Good morning, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel where we talk all about gentle products that are friendly to your skin. Now I just got out of the shower, I dried my hair, and I'm going to be doing a morning routine that's really geared on well-aging, gentle ingredients. So if you want to follow along with me this morning, give the video a big thumbs up and let's jump into the routine. So I jumped into the shower right away this morning and I did a scrub down with the new Peach and Lily KP Bump Boss Microderm Body Scrub. What a name. Then I went in for my favorite Tsubaki Repair Shampoo and Conditioner. I really like this because it keeps my color treated hair really healthy, strong, and shiny. I like to rehydrate my skin right out of the shower with the Roche-Posay Thermal Spring Water. And I like the body moisturizer from Roche-Posay, the Lipikar Baume. This is super creamy, really nourishing for dry skin. This is the Oshima 100% Tsubaki oil, and I love this for my hair. It keeps it really strong and manageable, and this is great right before blow drying my hair. Okay, ready for some skincare, and I can already feel my skin getting a little bit thirsty, so I'm going in for the TM Vita B5 toner. What I like about this toner is it really makes my skin feel really plump. Of course, it's a very hydrating. There's a nice amount of panthenol in here, which is great for my dehydrated skin, but it also makes my skin feel super juicy and bouncy. It's a great way to kick off a well-aging geared skincare routine. And it's got like a little bit of a thicker texture. It's not like a full-on like gel, super thick texture, but it's just got that little bit of body, that little bit of balance to the hydration that makes it feel really good as the temperatures are starting to cool down. And I forgot to say, before I put on toner, I did put a pimple patch on right here. I have a little pimple starting. I want to keep my fingers off it. I want to keep the area clean and covered up and just kind of let it go away. This is the by Wishtrend Quad Active Boosting Essence, and I really like this one a lot for a couple of reasons, and you know I love a good essence. So I picked it for this kind of well-aging focused routine because it's packed full of antioxidants. We have fermented tea in here. We've got a touch of propolis, but it's got some really great, wonderful antioxidant power, but it also has some nice kind of like slightly exfoliating properties. There's willow bark extract in here, which is a natural salicylate. So it's not BHA exfoliating, but it's going to just kind of help encourage your skin to stay clear, to exfoliate and shed away the dead skin cells just a little bit. And I definitely need that because you can tell I have a pimple here, and I did have a pimple here. You might have seen that in my inflamed pimple video I did just a few weeks ago. It finally went away, but now I'm left with a dark mark. So, you know, it's kind of that weird in-between season where sometimes it's cold, sometimes it's warm. My skin doesn't know what to do. The weather doesn't know what to do. And so definitely you can expect a little bit of fluctuation in your skin when the weather is a little bit in between. So this is kind of a 2-in-1. I've got well-aging benefits in here, but I've also got a little bit of acne and pimple fighting power too. Next is the Inkey Q10 Serum, and this is a great well-aging choice because this is a very strong antioxidant. This is really going to be the theme throughout this morning's routine, is lots and lots of antioxidants. I have like a hair right here. Okay, so the theme of this video is lots and lots of antioxidants because, you know, they have that free radical neutralizing property to them that's really good for your like everyday life, especially for, you know, pollution, environmental stressors, and of course UV exposure. So antioxidants are kind of like your sunscreen's a BFF. So I particularly like the Q10 serum because this is something that is really good for helping to plump up the skin. In addition to the free radical neutralizing powers and the UV protection powers, it also helps to plump up fine lines and wrinkles. It can help to brighten up your skin. It's a very powerful antioxidant. And the texture of this particular serum, as you notice, it was a little bit creamy, but it's not greasy and it's not really rich. It has like a kind of like light medium feel on the skin. It actually kind of feels hydrating. It definitely feels like it plumps up your skin. Like my skin always feels so good when I use this, but it doesn't feel overwhelmed or greasy. It does leave a little dewiness on the skin, but it's not as nourishing as it looks, I guess is the point that I'm trying to make. It's not super heavy. All right, next up, I'm going to be using the Ordinary Agireline solution, and I'm going to be using it as a dedicated eye serum. Now, this is a great trick for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's incredibly affordable. A lot more affordable than the majority of eye creams out there. This serum costs about $8. So this could be a nice, like, you know, budget-friendly pick for you. But it's also a good one if you do get milia underneath your eye area from like richer traditional cream type of eye products, right? If it's a little bit too rich, it can definitely make those little white bumps appear underneath your eye. This is a great alternative because there's no emollients or oils or anything in here. It's a really, really runny, light, hydrating, quickly absorbed texture. And even good for just people who don't like eye cream textures. But the reason why I'm going to be using it is because of the acetohexapeptide 8. This is referred to as the Botox peptide, and it's really good for treating fine lines and wrinkles underneath the eye area. Now, this is not like a long-term solution to your under eye woes, but this will give you a really nice immediate effect. Within like a few days to a few weeks, you'll notice that your under eye area is looking a lot firmer. So this can be a really nice trick to get a little bit of a smoother, lifted, more refreshed under eye area. Applying it can be kind of tricky because it's really, really runny. You can definitely put it on the back of your hand and then just kind of like dab it to your eye area, absolutely. Or being very careful not to touch the dropper to your face, right? You can kind of drop it towards your eye area. So I'm going to top it off with the Benton Fermentation Eye Cream, and this is definitely a little bit of a thicker, more nourishing type of texture. And I actually really like this combination a lot because I do want that little bit of moisture underneath my eye area. I do want a little bit of extra moisturization, and so this really fits the bill. And again, not overwhelming the eye area because that Ordinary serum is just so lightweight and so thin, and so it's perfect if you do want to, like I said, be a little extra, use 2 eye products, kind of get some boosted benefits. And I also like the Benton paired with the Ordinary because the Benton kind of helps with some discoloration underneath the eyes. I do feel like there's a little bit of a brightening benefit here if you do have dark under eyes, and the Ordinary is really just, you know, kind of targeting the firmness of the skin, the fine lines and the wrinkles. So far in the routine, we've really focused on antioxidants and plumping up the skin. And now I'm going to go in for some barrier care because this is incredibly important to literally every single skin goal you ever have. Like if your skin moisture barrier is not healthy, you're just not going to achieve the goals that you want to achieve. It comes back to bright and healthy lit from within skin. It comes back to, you know, pimples and acne. It comes back to well aging goals. It comes back to healthy, plump and hydrated skin. It literally comes back to everything because it is the root of healthy skin. So I always build in a barrier care step into all of my skincare routines. It's usually using Stratia Liquid Gold. Sometimes I use different products, but today I'm going to be using Stratia Liquid Gold. I'm not reinventing the wheel here. I'm just sticking with what works because it's a quick, you know, easy, straightforward morning skincare routine. Now, the reason I like this is, of course, the ceramides, cholesterol, fatty acids. These are really the 3 kind of holy trinity ingredients to look for if you're really looking to support your skin's moisture barrier. There's lots of other ingredients that do it as well, but these are pretty trustworthy kind of trio of ingredients if you're really just looking to keep your moisture barrier strong. There's also 4% of niacinamide in this, so I'm getting a little bit of that brightening benefit, a little bit of that collagen stimulating benefit with Stratia Liquid Gold too, without having to go in for vitamin C, or of course I wouldn't be using a retinol in the morning. Some people actually do. I don't. I save that for nighttime use, but you see I'm already getting collagen stimulating benefits without going for my sensitive skin, slightly harsher ingredients. So this works perfectly for me. Okay, so I said I wasn't going to reinvent the wheel, but I am going to be doing something I've never done before. Experimenting on camera seems like a really great idea. Skincare really is all about experimenting. You really do need to embrace the spirit of a potential failure, right? You really do, because that's when you find out what your skin really likes and what it doesn't like. The more information you have about your skin, the better you're going to be at skincare. The better you're going to be be able to tailor your products and your routines to what your skin really likes and what it really needs. But the only way that we can do that is by experimentation, you know, by all of our wins, but also knowing, you know, with our fails too, learning from those experiences. So I just wanted to put a little PSA in there because I feel like we're always trying to do skincare right. But sometimes we go in it at it like in such an intellectual way, and we want to learn how everything works, which is really good. But sometimes we can take it too far and we're almost afraid to fail. And I just want to say, embrace the spirit of failure, because you're going to learn so much more from the skincare fails than you are from the wins. Or sometimes you get curious, you try something out, you stumble onto an amazing combination. So fingers crossed that's what happens today. So I've been really curious to try liquid gold with the Ordinary Pycnogenol 5%. Yes, because, you know, I've really been a fan of this product, but it's got a tricky texture that's almost oil-like. It's got like a little bit of a nourishment, almost like a dry oil type of feel on the skin. And it is kind of one of those tricky products. It's like, where do I put this? Is it like kind of like an oil step? Is it like a serum step? Where in your skincare routine does this land? And even the Ordinary is kind of like, just put it wherever. Whatever works for you. They even suggest mixing it into other treatments to kind of like boost the antioxidant power. So that's where I got the idea of maybe mixing it with liquid gold. I want to get this ingredient into my skin because it is a potent antioxidant. It also has a really nice soothing, healing quality to it, which is great for sensitive skin. This is actually the secret sauce, in my opinion, the secret sauce ingredient in a lot of the Cosrx Cica products. I think it's in the Cica toner, and it really does have that kind of something extra special to it that just really suits my sensitive skin. It really soothes and calms the skin and makes it feel stronger. You got to be really careful with this Ordinary serum because it can really stain your clothing. That color is, yeah, you got to be careful, and it's really runny as well. So this is actually a really nice mixture with that yellow liquid gold and this kind of orangey serum. Hopefully I don't stain my face. So far it mixed in really well. It definitely feels nourishing. It feels kind of like how it feels with the facial oil. I think my skin does look a little bit orange, but that should settle in just a moment. Not bad. It feels pretty good. It feels just like a really nice light oil in liquid gold. So yeah, we'll see how it wears throughout the day, but I think it feels pretty good right now. And it feels nourishing, but it doesn't really feel too heavy or too greasy. Okay, so I'm just gonna use a dab of the Roche-Posay Cicaplast Baume right on my lip right here. As I mentioned, I can feel this like little common area where I get a little patch of eczema. I can feel it flaring up. And I think it's because I went to the gym the other night, which I never do. My apartment complex has like a really nice workout room with great equipment and like mirrors and weights, and it's great. But I haven't been going because, you know, COVID, right? And I did decide to go the last couple of days earlier this week, and I had to wear a mask one of those times because somebody came in like in the middle of my workout, and I was like, oh, yep, I'm gonna put my mask on, right? I think that's what flared it up. You know what I mean? Like all this sweat and everything underneath that mask, holding it all close into my face. Because then like the next day I was like, oh, my lip feels a little bit dry. And then like 2 days later I had like that patchy dry skin. So I'm like, oh no. And it's always just this one area. So I use the La Roche Cicaplast because it helps with the itchiness. It helps with the pain. And it is a little bit moisturizing. And then I top it off with Aquaphor Healing Ointment. This is my go-to lip thing, especially for eczema, because I can't use anything with like fragrances or anything like that. I just want something really protective, something healing, and this is it. But even when I don't have lip eczema, this is what I use because it just gets the job done. It's simple, it's fragrance free, and it's sensitive skin friendly. Okay, finishing off with the Cerave Moisturizing Cream. I just want to keep this really simple and straightforward today. And this just feels really nice and really occlusive, but still breathable, which is what I need when it feels a little bit cooler, a little bit damper. I can be a little bit more prone to a touch more of dehydration in this type of weather, so I just wanted to go in for something straightforward and protective. One thing I'll say about Cerave, it does seem to have just like the very, very slightest like mattifying effect, like almost like a satin finish, if you will, to the skin, or a velvet finish, because I was looking quite shiny before with the liquid gold, but once I top it off with Cerave, it's like perfect, you know what I mean? It looks perfect, but I'm gonna ruin it by putting sunscreen on. So when it comes to building a well-aging routine, seriously, at any age, there's just a few key things that you need to do. Hydrate and moisturize your skin, right? You need to take care of your skin's moisture barrier. You need to stimulate collagen production, and you need to protect your skin from UV damage or sunscreen, right? It's actually as simple as that. It really is. I do get requests sometimes to do well-aging videos for specific age groups, and I do want to do one in the future. I definitely do, although sometimes I'm like, well, I'm in my 30s, so how can I tell somebody like in their 50s or 60s what to do? But of course, you know, at specific ages, there are different concerns that we want to, you know, keep our eye on, but really it is as simple as hydrate, moisturize, stimulate collagen, protect your skin's moisture barrier, and protect from UV damage. If you're doing that at any age, you are doing well aging right. You really are protecting your skin. And this routine has actually had all of that in there. And it's totally geared towards sensitive skin. You know, we didn't have any like super aggressive or like, you know, ingredients that might push sensitive skin over the edge. These were all very, very gentle products. And we're going to top it off with sunscreen, the ultimate well-aging skincare product. And today I'm going to be using the Canmake Mermaid Skin Gel UV. And I'm so excited to be using this again because I had to put it away during the summertime. This texture is really watery. It's really, really thin gel-like texture. I need to make sure I'm doing this right. I need my mirror. I'm not going to guess it. I try to be really precise with my sunscreen application, although I just globbed it all over my face. I don't know how precise that is. So I had to put this away for the summertime because I think it's too thin, and it's definitely not waterproof, but it's definitely not sweat proof. And I sweat a lot this summer. So I just put it away because I was afraid I was gonna like sweat through it and like break down the protective layer, and I was going for heftier, thicker sunscreens, which aren't always the comfiest option, but I prefer something with a little bit more water resistance to it. And I'm really applying it generously. You're probably like, wow, she really put on a lot. Yes, I do. I want to make sure I have a good layer of protection on my skin so that I actually am protected from the sun. Your sunscreen really is only as effective as your application method is. So you really do want to put it on generously. You really do want to put it on often, and you really do want to focus that application on the areas that seem to get the sun the most, which are high points on the face. So like your nose, it sits up higher on your face, so the UV is going to hit this area first. And also like cheekbones, this is like a very common area for people to see sun damage, including myself. I do have sun damage on my cheeks here, so I really like to concentrate it there. On the forehead, commonly missed areas include like the hairline, and of course your neck. This is a whole separate application here. You definitely don't want to forget about your neck at all. Do you see what I meant? How the sunscreen was going to ruin that finish on the Cerave? This is like a particularly shiny sunscreen. Another reason why it did have to go away for the summer, but in the fall it doesn't really matter, and I think it actually works really nicely underneath makeup. All right, I'm plump and dewy and ready to go. I hope you guys enjoyed that morning and mini shower routine. And let me know in the comment box below, what's your like go-to well-aging sort of strategy or specific product that you like? Let me know in the comment box below, because you know I'm always looking to discover new things. So I hope you enjoyed. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, but like you made it through this entire video, please do consider hitting subscribe. I release lots of new skincare content throughout the week, so don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss out on the new videos. I hope you guys are healthy, happy, and safe, and I can't wait for you to go out and slay this day, which is exactly what I'm about to do. I'll talk to you later. Bye.